Welcome to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and Affinity scarves are a lot of fun to wear. You can get them in many different fabrics, you can get them in different lengths, and you can get them in different widths. Some Affinity scarves are flat when you lay them out. Other ones have a natural twist built in. The smaller ones are nice to have a natural twist in it because that way you don't have a twist in the back and a twist in the front. They're more comfortable to wear. And that natural twist built in makes it really easy to throw on your neck and walk out the door. Let me show you how quick and easy it is to make that twisted Affinity scarf. There's a free pattern from Shannon Fabrics, and I'll put a link in the description so you can download it. And this particular one has the one with the twist in it. And I've also used fabric from Shannon Fabrics, and this is a faux fur. It's called Silver Fox. It is a very luxurious fabric, and it really is just a fabric, so you're going to be able to sew it just like you would any fabric. If you buy 1 yard, you are going to be able to get 3 scarves from it, but I'm only going to make 1 here. I'm going to start with a piece of fabric, and it's 18.5 inches wide by 36 inches long. Now you can make these really any size. If you want, you can make them a lot longer. And the first thing we're going to do is put the fabric so it's right side up. Take the fabric, fold it in half, and you're going to stitch right along that long edge. Because this is just a fabric, I'm going to do a serge stitch. It's going to be quick on my serger and it's going to clean up the insides. But you can use a straight stitch or even finish it off with a zigzag on a regular sewing machine. Because I'm going to bring it to the serger, I'm going to use little clips instead of pins. And that way I'm sure to see them and I won't run them over. So I'll start and put a couple of clips just to hold those 2 edges together. Once all these clips are in place, you're going to be able to take it to the machine. Because this is just regular fabric, I'm going to be able to set my machine up just to a regular stitch. Nothing fancy at all. I have black thread on because the lining is black. Take out the first clip, lift up the foot, and just slide that right up into the teeth. And then slowly let the machine take the fabric in. From here, I'm going to be able to remove my clips as I'm stitching. If the fibers are very long, you will need to tuck those fibers in between those 2 layers as you stitch. You can use many different things. I like using this wooden point turner. And I'm just going to tuck those fibers in as I'm stitching. Keeping my seams straight, I'm just going to stitch that whole seam down. And I'm going to take off as little as I can. In my machine, I do have all-purpose needles and it is working fine. However, you can use a 90-14 stretch needle. And when I come to the end, I'm just going to remove that and go right off the edge. Now I have a nice finished edge. Once that seam has been done, we can put our hand in and pull this right side out. You cannot see the seam on this particular fur. If you do have a longer fur and it gets caught inside, you can always take a little brush and brush the fibers out from that seam allowance. To put that permanent twist in there, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can turn one edge over, and then when we sew these edges together, we're going to have the twist there. Or you can mark your edges first and turn it after. The way I'm going to do it is going to be just marking 2 edges. The one edge, I want to mark where that seam is. The next mark is going to go on the other side. There's the seam, but I want to mark the fold. So line up that seam and mark the fold. And it doesn't have to be exact. Take this and put right sides together. So you're going to be matching up those edges. I have the seams lined up and it's nice and flat, but I want to twist the inside. I want that one fold to match the one seam. So just twist that once over and match those up. And you're going to have a twist inside. So now I have the one seam and the one fold matching up. And I can clip all the way around. So I have this long tube. Once the edges are clipped, I'm going to be able to sew along this edge, but I need to leave an opening so that this can be turned right side out. Depending on your fabric, you're going to need anywhere between a 2 to 3 inch space. and it won't matter where that space is. Instead of marking that space, I'm going to mark it with my clips, or you can do the same thing with pins. I'm going to double clip where I start and double clip where I leave off. So I have 2 clips. I'm going to be able to start, stitch all the way around, removing those clips as I go along. But when I hit the double clip, then I know I need to stop. I'm going to bring this to my serger and I'm going to serge all the way around, leaving that opening. After that, you're just going to be able to take that scarf and pull it out of this little opening. Pull that entire scarf right side out. And as you do that, your scarf is going to open up. And you see how you have that permanent twist in there. The last thing to do is close up this little hole by hand. I'll be closing off my scarf with a ladder stitch. And I'm going to use this piece of fabric so you'll be able to see it clearly. Your seam would be inside, and this would be the right side of the fabric. A ladder stitch, you start on one side, you go straight to the other side. So I'm starting on one side, and I'm going right over to the other side. And what I want to do is run the thread along that seam allowance and have it run along the edge, poking out. Now I'm going to exaggerate this so you'll be able to see it. So the thread is right inside that seam allowance. I'm going to put my needle right in where I came out on the other side. And that needle is also going to go along the seam allowance inside. So that needle is in that seam allowance. When you come out, that thread is inside. And you're going to continue this. So where you come out, you're going to put the needle in, have it go along that seam allowance. You poke it out and pull it down. Where you come out, you go along the next seam allowance. When those stitches are pulled tight, you will not see any stitching at all. When you get to the end, stab through all of the layers of fabric, and you're going to take this thread that is not attached to the needle and wrap it around that needle 3 times, and it won't matter what direction. And hold that thread tight to the fabric, and then pull that needle out. The thread is going to follow and go right through those loops that you made. And those loops create a knot. You can now bury that thread into the fabric and trim it off. No matter how you put the scarf on, it's always going to have a really nice, natural looking twist to it. So you don't have to worry about doing that twist. That 36 inches is the inches that went around the neck. So if you want it longer, you just need to increase that 36 inches. And that 18.5 inches ends up being this width. Affinity scarves are a lot of fun to wear, and they're a lot of fun to make because we can make them in any fabric, any length, any width. All we need to do is do that one twist as we sew that last seam together, and we have that natural twist. I'll put a link in the description to the free pattern and to the fabric. And as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.